Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion. The first topic is the it is a topic in international relation about India Maldives relationship. In early December 2023, this year, the Maldives cabinet decided against renewing a memorandum of understanding (MOU) with India for cooperation in hydrography. Hydrography is the study of the ocean. The agreement, which was signed in 2019, is due to expire in 2024. Coming soon after newly elected President Mohammad Muizu pledged to send back Indian troops currently stationed in the Indian Ocean archipelago. The move was yet another indication of his government's intention to reverse the former Ibrahim Mohammad Sohili's administration's India First policy. His predecessor has a policy known as the India First policy. That means so India was given topmost priority in its foreign policy, and this government under Mohammad Muizu is against this policy of giving prominence to India. So, as a step towards that, cabinet decided not to renew the MOU as well as decided to send back the Indian troops currently stationed in the Indian Ocean archipelago near the Maldives. It is so what is hydrography? Hydrography is the science of studying ocean, sea, and other water bodies by compiling and analyzing data, maps, and charts, branching off from applied sciences. It looks at measuring the and describing the physical attributes of water bodies and predicting how they might change over time. While it is said to be undertaken primarily for safety of navigation, it also supports other activities such as economic development, security and defense, scientific research, and environmental protection. Hydrological measurement include tidal, current, and wave information. This is the science of hydrography. What is India's expertise? India has been an active member of International Hydrographic Organization (IHO) since 1955. The Indian Naval Hydrographic Department (INHD), Indian Naval Hydrographic Department, or the Marine Survey of India, otherwise known as the Marine Survey of India. Okay, so it is known as the Marine Survey of India. Was established in 1874 in Kolkata. It is the like the Survey of India. So this is the Marine Survey of India, otherwise known as Indian Naval Hydrographic Department. So established in 1874 in Kolkata, it is the nodal agency for hydrographic surveys and has a fleet of indigenously built. Okay, so it is a nodal agency for hydrographic survey and has a fleet of indigenously built modern survey ship. So So a good number of survey ships, okay, are with this Marine Survey of India, and to this utilizing ship, so they conduct the marine survey. Okay. So India partnered with many countries in the Indian Ocean region and African and East Asian countries such as Mauritius, Seychelles, Tanzania, Maldives, Mozambique, Vietnam, Myanmar, Kenya, and Sri Lanka. According to the Indian Naval Hydrographic Department or Marine Survey of India, its role has broadened over time owing to the heightened global character of hydrography and its growing potential as a force multiplier. In terms of maritime diplomacy, personnel from 39 countries have trained at the National Institute of Hydrography, functioning under the Indian Naval Hydrographic Department. The MOU was signed in June 2019 during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visit to Maldives. It was Mr. Modi's first overseas visit after assuming office for the second time. And this second visit to the Maldives since he participated at the President Sohail's swearing in ceremony in 2018. Months before the time, the MOU was inked. President Sohail and the ruling Maldivian Democratic Party has secured a landslide win in the general election in Maldives. So after the winning of the Sohail government, this government signed this agreement with the Indian Prime Minister on hydrography. So the two Indian Ocean neighbors and their leaders, backed by a decisive majority, committed to close cooperation in development, defense, and maritime security. The first meeting of the Joint Commission on Hydrography was held in the Maldives in September 2019. The agreement, the Maldives National Defence Force and the Indian Navy have carried out three joint hydrographic survey in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Why the cabinet decided against renewing the agreement? On the joint hydrographic survey, according to senior official, the decision was aligned to the current administration's pledge to terminate all agreement with foreign parties that are detrimental or to or endanger the national security of Maldives. It is in the best interest of Maldivian sovereignty that this capacity is improved within our own military, entrusting them with the responsibility of surveilling and polishing our water and excluding the participation of any foreign party in such an endeavor. So they want to develop indigenously and they want to terminate all contract with foreign countries in the issue where the national security is involved. That led to this decision by the present president to cancel the contract or not to renew the MOU, which will be expiring in 2014. By the cabinet. So on the joint hydrographic survey, according to senior officials, this decision was aligned to the current administration's place to terminate all agreement with foreign parties that are detrimental to or endanger the national security of the Maldives. It is in the best interest of Maldivian sovereignty that this capacity is improved within our own military, entrusting them with the responsibility of surveying and polishing our water and excluding the participation of any foreign party in such an endeavor. That is the decision of the government. So this is the ideology, you can say. The message appeared to be in line with Mr. Miju's broad election campaign, pledging to remove Indian troops from the country and restoring the Maldives sovereignty. The core demand of the Indian Out campaign, led by former President Abdullah Amin, found mention in President Miju's first set of official announcement. Okay, so this is what India. So Maldives are dependent on India in the past for many things from water to security. Okay, and India as a friendly neighbor has provided all help to Maldives. So in case the Maldives government make a turnaround and dissociates its relationship with India and make it normal like any other country, the biggest uh, challenge will be for Maldives and not for the Indian government. Okay, but Indian government should adopt a policy of wait and watch than feeling little worried about it. So, in its fast response yet to the cabinet decision, according to the Ministry of External Affairs, India had a proven track record in the field of hydrography, and India have also been cooperating with many countries in the Indian Ocean region on hydrography and various elements related to that. What does this mean for the Indian Maldives ties? In recent development, it appears as if India will have to brace for a challenging phase of its Malay partnership. Maldives is a member of the Colombo Security Conclave, an initiative aimed at enhancing Indian Ocean maritime security that includes India, Sri Lanka, and Mauritius. However, recently the Maldives skipped the latest round of the conclave, the NSA level meeting held in Mauritius. Notably, it coincided with Maldivian Vice President Hussein Mohammed latest visit to China to attend the China Indian Ocean Region Forum on Development Cooperation. The Ministry of External Affairs response to the termination of the Maldives Joint Hydrographic Initiative with India pointed to India's belief that its neighbors should tap the benefit of Indian expertise, how it will navigate the choppy waters connecting its southern neighbor will be closely watched. So India will follow a policy of wait and watch. Okay, so then the next topic is about defense or the INS Imphal. INS Imphal, the Pennant D-68, the third of the four warship of Project 15B that together form the Visakhapatnam class stealth guided missile destroyer is set to be commissioned to the Indian Navy. So it's commissioned on 26th of December, means yesterday. That is the Project 15B. Between 2015 and 2016, the Indian Navy commissioned three guided missile destroyers, Kolkata class. Okay. So between 2015 and 2016, Indian Navy commissioned three guided missile destroyers, Kolkata class, under project codenamed 15A. The Kolkata class include INS Kolkata, INS Kochi, INS Chennai. These ships were a step ahead for their precursor Delhi class of ship, which includes INS Delhi, INS Mysore, and INS Mumbai, built under Project 15 and commissioned between 1997 and 2001. Okay, and this another Project 15B, so four more will be built. The Mazgaon Duck Shipbuilders Limited, one of India's key defense public sector undertaking, has built all these ships. A ship class signifies a group of ships built with similar tonnage, usage, capabilities, and weaponry. So, for building the advanced variant of the Kolkata class guided missile destroyers, a contract for construction under the project codenamed 15B was signed in January 2011. The lead ship of the project, 15B, INS Visakhapatnam, Pendant number D66 was commissioned into Indian Navy in November 2021. And the second ship, INS Murmagaon, D67 December 2022. The fourth ship, D69, which when commissioned will be christened as INS Surat. And the third one is INS Imphal. Okay, was launched in May last year. Designed by the Indian Navy's in-house warship design entity, Warship Design Bureau, and built by the Mazigaon Dock Limited in Mumbai, the four ships of Project 15B are christened after the major cities from all four corners of the country: Visakhapatnam, Murmagaon, Imphal, and Surat. The class is identified by its lead ship. It's in this case is INS Visakhapatnam. The construction of the yard, 12706, now INS Imphal. Four major ceremonial events mark a ship's life: the keel laying, launching, commissioning, and decommissioning. The keel laying ceremony originates from the tradition of laying one central timber, which formed the backbone of the ship in the ancient period. For modern ship, keel laying is marked by the first of the modular component of the ship being placed in the dock. The time taken to build Imphal and the period for her trial in the shortest for any indigenous destroyer. The kill of INS Imphal, which was referred to as the ad number 12706, was laid on May 17, 2017. The next milestone is launching when the ship is transferred from the building site to the water. Yard 12706 was launched into the water on 20th April 2019. It sailed out for her maiden sea trial on April 20th earlier this year 2023 and completed a comprehensive schedule of trials both in the harbour and at sea, leading up to its delivery on October 20th. This was done within a record time frame of 6 months, the fastest for a ship of its size. On Tuesday, that means on 26th of December, the ship is was commissioned, making the day the ship joined the active service. That is called the commissioning. And at the tenure is over, it is decommissioned. That means the ship is given a retirement. Okay. Then technological characteristics and armament of the Visakhapatnam class. The forces of the class are 163-meter long and 17.4-meter wide with a displacement of 7,400 tons. To put it in perspective, India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, is 262-meter in length, whereas it is 163-meter in length and 62-meter wide, and its wide is only 17 meters wide and displaces around 43,000 tons when fully loaded. The ship has a combined gas and gas configuration integrating four gas turbines. The propulsion system allows the ship to reach a maximum speed of 30 knots and a maximum range of 40,000 nautical miles, 4,000 nautical miles. Ship of Visakhapatnam class are operated by a crew of around 350, including 50 officers and 250 sailors. The accommodation and working area have superior in agronomics and habitability as compared to its predecessor class of destroyers. Because 350 persons will be staying inside the ship, so the slip that their area, okay, working area and their own rest area, the especially the working area should have superior agronomics. Vishakhapatnam class of destroyer have multiple fire zones, elaborate battle damage control system, and distributional power system for improved survivability and reliability for operating in extreme operational and conflict scenarios. The class also has a total atmospheric control system that offers protection to the crew from chemical, biological, and nuclear threats. They are also equipped with a state-of-the-art combat management system that can evaluate threats using analytical tools and create a tactical picture that includes available resources on board. This helps to allocate the resources based on the tactical picture compiled and the weapon package available on board. The class has a secure network to handle data from all the sensors and weapon systems. The arsenal of the Visakhapatnam class has BrahMos surface-to-surface cruise missile and a vertically launched Barak 8 surface-to-air missile for long-range engagement of shore and sea-based targets. The forward bow deck of the ship has 127-meter main gun and also has 4 AK 630 30 guns for close point engagement. The ship is armed with indigenously developed 533 torpedo launchers and a RBU 6000 anti-submarine rocket launchers to provide anti-submarine warfare capability. It can operate two multi-role helicopters, including Sea King and the Hindustan Aeronautics Dhruv. The ship has a rail-less helicopter traversing and also has a hangar facility for the helicopter. Strategic significance. Technically, destroyers are a category of warship that have high speed. So, what is a destroyer type of warship? So, they have high speed, maneuverability, and long endurance. They are designed to be part of naval formations like a fleet or a carrier battle group, also known as carrier strike group. The modern destroyer that are swift, sleek, and difficult to detect primarily protect the fleet and carrier battle groups from the short-range attackers from surface, air, and subsurface. The guided missile destroyer are the destroyer that are armed with guided missiles for anti-aircraft warfare, anti-surface operations, and anti-submarine warfare. Because of the speed, maneuverability, and striking capability, the guided missile destroyers are a key asset in various types of naval operations, mainly offensive. Being a follow-on of the Kolkata class, the Visakhapatnam class incorporates not just the feedback and suggestion from the Navy, but also several new features. The state-of-the-art stealth features make Visakhapatnam class have the radar signature of a very small ship, a very high indigenous component, give this platform a strategic edge. Visakhapatnam class is arguably one of the most advanced class of ship in the Indian Navy. It can operate as an independent offense platform even when not part of a large formation. With all its modern sensors and communication facility, the class is a key asset in network-centric welfare, which denotes the use of information technology and computer networking tool to form network of various force element in play in a conflict scenario. Okay. Ali Simphal will have the unique distinction of being the largest and the most advanced destroyer to be ever named after a city from the northeast. This is a befitting tribute to Manipur's sacrifices and contribution in India's freedom struggle, be it the Anglo-Manipur War of 1891 or the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose hosting the INA flag for the first time on April 14th, 1944 at the Moirang. or the pitched battle of Imphal between British and the Imperial Japanese forces, with Indians on both the sides, that turned the tide of the Burma campaign and set the outcome of the Second World War and New World Order. The commissioning of Imphal thus underscored the silence and contribution of the city, okay, of Imphal, the state of Manipur, and the large northeastern region to national security, sovereignty, and prosperity. So, naming the ship in the name of Imphal is itself okay. So, this is the credibility of this INS Imphal. Then Ujjaini and the Prime Meridian. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has said that India, more especially Ujjain, set the world's time some 300 years ago, before the Prime Meridian was shifted first to Paris and then to Greenwich in London. Ancient Indians recorded dates using the unit of the lunar day, Tithi, and the solar calendar was known from the Gupta times onward. Astrological and mathematical calculations required a fairly accurate measurements. There was, however, no way for common people to precisely measure time in a day-to-day sense. The Industrial Revolution changed things in two ways. Better and more accurate clock began to be produced by the second half of the 18th century. With the advent of the modern factory, it became important not only to keep time but also make the most of it. When did the concept of the national time arises? In the early part of the industrial age, time remained essentially local. Each factory and each town with a clock tower set its own time. There was no standardization, nor was there any need for it. The need for standardization first arose in the 19th century as the world became more interconnected due to the spread of technological innovations such as the railways, steamship, and the telegraph. The British Empire, for instance, saw standardized time as a tool to synchronize its vast overseas positions, each the speed of information and transportation, and help maintain control over the British Empire. Thus, there came to be national prime meridians, reference point to determine time worldwide, but differing from country to country. So, France had the Paris meridian, Germany the Berlin meridian, Denmark the Copenhagen meridian, and the British the Greenwich meridian. The respective prime meridians of this empire were defined at 0 degree longitude in their respective map, and their colonial positions time was determined accordingly. So they are all have the different meridians. In 1883, a convention on railroad executive met in Chicago and agreed to the implementation of 5 time zones in North America using the Greenwich Mean Time as the basis. The following year, a representative of 26 countries met in the Washington D.C. at the International Meridian Conference. The conference adopted the meridian passing through the center of the transit instrument of the Observatory of Greenwich at the initial meridian for longitude. Basis for the claim about Ujjain, the earliest postulations of the standard time in Indian context came from the 4th century CE Sanskrit treatise, the Surya Siddhant. It described a prime meridian passing through the cities of Rotika, modern day Rohtak, and Avanti, modern day Ujjaini. So, in ancient period, it is known as Avanti, and the modern name is Ujjaini. Thus, in Indian astronomical tradition, Ujjaini has always occupied a central position, with some modern scholars calling it India's Greenwich, although Indian Standard Time is mentioned with respect to the observatory in Mirzapur. In 1719, that Swai Raja Jai Singh of Jaipur built a famous observatory in the city. Okay, one of the five he built during his regime, and one was built at the famous place, which is Avanti or Ujjaini. Okay, a meridian is a north-south line selected at the zero reference line for astronomical observation. By comparing thousands of observations taken from the same meridian, it's possible to build up an accurate map of the sky. Why does the prime meridian run through the Greenwich? There were two main reasons for the choice. The first was the fact that USA had already chosen Greenwich as the basis for its own national time zone system. The second was that in the late 19th century, 72% of the world's commerce depended on sea chart, which used Greenwich as the prime meridian because England was the major trading partner, trading country, and Greenwich was its time. So it was accepted by others. The decision was based on the argument that by naming Greenwich as longitude 0 degree, it would be advantageous to the largest number of people. Therefore, the prime meridian at Greenwich became the center of the world time. What is Greenwich Mean Time? Since the late 19th century, the prime meridian at Greenwich has served as the reference line of Greenwich Mean Time or GMT. Before this, almost every town in the world kept its own local time. Okay, there are no national international convention which set how time should be measured or when the day would begin and end and what length or hour might be. When the railway and the communication network expanded in the 1850s and 1860s, there need to be an international time standard. Greenwich was chosen at the center of the world time because it was the time set by London. Then the next is the National Geoscience Data Repository Portal. The Ministry of Mines launched the National Geoscience Data Repository Portal recently. The National Geoscience Data Repository has been created as a part of the National Mineral Exploration Policy 2016, hosting all baseline and exploration related geoscientific data in a single GIS information, a GIS platform. Okay. So, the Ministry of Mines launched the National Geoscience Data Repository portal recently. The National Geoscience Data Repository has been created as a part of the National Mineral Exploration Policy 2016, hosting all baseline and exploration related geoscientific data in a single GIS platform. So it aims is to expedite, enhance, and facilitate the exploration coverage of the country. The National Geoscience Data Repository initiative is spread by Geological Survey of India and the Bhaskaracharya Institute of Space Application and Geoinformation Informatics. The Geological Survey of India was given the responsibility to establish the NGDR, National Geoscience Data Repository. The National Geoscience Data Repository will make available all geological, geochemical, geophysical, and mineral exploration data in public domain on a digital geospatial platform. This will include baseline geoscience data and all mineral exploration information generated by various central and state government agencies and mineral concerns holders. Key feature of the National Geoscience Data Portal: centralized access provides a centralized repository of diverse geoscience datasets, including geological map, mineral resources, seismic data, and environmental information. User-friendly interface and a intuitive interface designed to cater to a wide range of users, enabling seamless navigation and exploration of data. MUD template, the mineral exploration reporting template, facilitate all the geoscientific stakeholders to submit their data in the NGDR portal in a standard reporting template. Analytical tool equipped with state-of-the-art analytical tool to interpret and extract valuable insight from complex geospatial data. Open access encourages transparency and knowledge sharing by offering open access to a wealth of geoscience information. Okay. So then coming to the MCQ, that the answer writing, long question answer writing, artificial intelligence in India's healthcare sector is leading towards a promising future with challenges. Discuss it. Okay. So artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming the healthcare industry in India, bringing unprecedented tools for diagnosis, treatment, and patient care. AI expenditure in India is expected to reach $11.78 billion by 2025 and add 1 trillion to India's economy by 2035 as per the World Economic Forum report. The AI in healthcare market is projected to grow from 13.6 billion in 2023 to 102.7 billion by 2028. Application of AI in Indian healthcare sector. Disease detection and diagnostics, AI embedded remote patient monitoring system enable proactive interventions and personalized care for patients with chronic conditions through Google's AI facility. The prediction of cardiovascular event can now be achieved through the analysis of an individual's eye scan. This can make a shift for conventional method like the CT scan, MRI, and X-ray. Patient-facing applications, AI aid in saving time by automating mundane and routine tasks within the daily clinical routine. For instance, chatbot help patients to raise their query regarding appointment, bill payment, and more. Virtual health assistants help in answering patients' query via calls and mails. Scheduling appointment with doctors, sending follow-up and clinical appointment reminders to patient, etc., can be done using AI tools. Accelerating drug delivery. Moreover, learning model are accelerating drug discovery and development, leading to more targeted and effective treatment. Process optimization. AI processes are being developed to create new efficiencies in areas such as hospital and bed management and processing of insurance claims. To perform surgeries, AI is particularly effective in laparoscopic and robotic surgery where a video screen can display information or guidance from AI during the operation. Challenges, what are the challenges there? Access to data, AI system depend upon availability of large amount of data. This poses a major impediment for building indigenous AI interventions in India. Data sets for healthcare in India are fragmented, dispersed, and incomplete. Security concern. There are concerns about the implications for patient privacy and potential bias in algorithms. As AI become more prevalent in healthcare, it is essential to prioritize data security. Cost factor. AI system can be expensive to train, test, and deploy. Data sets are expensive to collect, and computing power and storage space is expensive. Infrastructure issue. The unavailability of digital infrastructure required to build AI system is a further constraint. Cloud-based computing infrastructure is mostly concentrated in server outside India. Misuse, the linking of health data with other systems, and the new avenue of discrimination this may create gives rise to significant concern. Health insurance data, for example, can be leveraged by banks to evaluate eligibility for loans. It is important to note that every new medical technology, including AI, will undergo rigorous validation. This ensures that the implementation of AI in healthcare is done in a responsible and compliant manner, prioritizing patient safety and well-being. So, but AI has a big future and its use in the health sector will bring a revolution for the common people. Then coming to the MCQs, with reference to the Odisha Polity Justice Rajkishore Das Committee recently seen in news related to which of the it is the district reorganized because Odisha is in the path of reorganizing districts. So this commission is there for thinking of new district creation or district reorganization. So I see the following statement: the Colombo Security Conclave is a regional security conclave, right? It was initially formed in 2011 as a trilateral Indian Ocean Maritime Security Group, India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives, correct? It was revived again in 2021. The Colombo Security Conclave has since expanded both in membership as well as its scope, right? Colombo Security Conclave envisages sharing intelligence and collaborating on the security aspect of marine security, human trafficking, counterterrorism, and cyber security. Here, all the four are correct. INS Imphal is the third ship of the Visakhapatnam class stealth guided missile destroyer, the Indian Navy. She is being constructed at the Mazgaon Dock Limited and has been launched on 20th April 2019. The ship started sea trial on 20th April 2023 and was delivered to the Indian Navy on 20th October 2030. It was commissioned on 26 December 2023. All four are correct. With reference to Bir Bal Divas, considered the following statement in January 2022, the center announced that December 26 should be observed as the Bir Bal Divas to mark the martyrdom of the Guru Gobind Singh's younger son. Okay. So, what is correct? The historic battle of the Changpur in December 1704 was fought here when a small number of Sikhs took to the huge army of the Mongolo and the Hill Kings. So only one is correct. Which of the following nations is not part of the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical Economic Cooperation? So in this, China is not a member. BIMSTEC, China is not a member in BIMSTEC. And right now, India is shifting its focus from SARC to BIMSTEC, only to isolate Pakistan. With reference to the Global Biofuel Alliance, consider the following statement. So India and Germany will work together towards the development of the Biofuel Alliance. The alliance is aimed at facilitating cooperation, intensifying the use of sustainable biofuel, including in the transportation sector, right? United States and Brazil have the global leadership in biofuel. So two are correct and one is incorrect. That Severodonetsk is a major national center known for its chemical plant and machine building is in Ukraine. What's the following crop? Wheat, sunflower, barley, coffee. So, how many of the above crops are covered under the minimum price? So, three are covered. Coffee is not covered. You are the founder of the Sikhism and the fast. You are the founder of Sikhism and the first of its nine guru. His teaching laid the ground for the emergence of the distinct faith among the his followers are both lower caste Hindu and Muslim peasants. He is said to have traveled as far as Sri Lanka, Baghdad, and Central Asia to spread his teaching. His last journey was to Mecca and Medina, the holiest site of Islam, and he visited sites revered in other religions too. So it is Guru Nanak. Thus the following pairs: orange cyclone alert, yellow cyclone warning, red post landfall outlook. Here is orange warning. Okay, only one is correct. Prime meridian is Greenwich, then A is B. Then equator is the great circle, 2 is D. Then torrid zone is the hottest region, and axis is the poles. So here C is the right answer. 1B, 2D, 3A, 4C. Okay. Thank you for watching. Keep watching regularly.